Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings, aka Cam Fats, coming at you on behalf of Epic Conversions and the ECIC. Welcome to the March bonus group coaching call. Last week we had a little bit of connectivity issues on the call. We ended up having a really good call, but there was some connectivity issues. So I wanted to do an extra call. Sorry, guys, just checking, make sure that thing's working okay. Yeah, I wanted to do an extra call just because we had some connectivity issues last time. I like to do that. If things are acting weird, then I usually will just do an extra call. Yeah. Anyways, let's get started with this thing, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and I tell you guys, I kind of had a thought. Hey, what's up, Ghost Hunter? I kind of had I don't want to say a revelation, but I kind of had a eureka moment, I guess you could say. I kind of had a eureka moment a few days ago, and it kind of occurred to me that there's two different kinds of people online in the make money online space. There's two different kinds of people that are trying to succeed out here in the internet marketing space. And I think that's inherently some of the biggest problems that we have as creators and marketers trying to cater to both of these groups. On the one side, we have people who just want to make money online. Like, they don't have any love for marketing. They don't have any passion for, copy or YouTube or, all the things that, funnels. They don't have any love for any of that stuff, really. They don't have any passion for any of those different moving parts. They're just trying to figure out how to put extra money in their bank account fairly easily. And the online path seems like it should be fairly easy because, it's online, there's all this information out there about, push button, and it should be pretty simple to do it. So, those people out there who are just looking to make some extra money, right? They don't necessarily love marketing. They're not really into selling. They're not really into all this crap. They're just trying to figure out how to make some extra money because they hate their job or whatever. Or maybe they don't hate their job. Maybe they're retired. I have a lot of people in my audience who are actually retired, and they're just looking for a supplemental income. So you have that group of people, right, who don't really have a passion for marketing or the business side of making money online. They just want to figure out how to make extra money, right? And then you have a second group of people who are kind of passionate about making money online. They're kind of passionate about the business. They're passionate about sales funnels. Now, I'm not saying they're passionate about everything. There's probably a few things there they're not passionate about. But there's like a core group of skills that they're kind of passionate about, whether that's creating products or whether that's email marketing or whether that's funnel, sales funnel creation or whatever. There's a core group of skills that this group of people over here are passionate about. Now, when I think about these two groups of people, the funny thing is the group over here that has a core group of skills that they're passionate about, like, those people generally succeed. They find a way to succeed, whether they get coaching or whether they just buy a bunch of courses and kind of piece it together themselves on how to do it, whether they read a book that flips a switch in their mind, whatever. Those people find a way to do it. They have some passion for that core group of skills, and then they kind of sludge through the other skills that they need to master to be successful, or they hire it out to someone else, but they find a way to be successful. Now, this group of people over here, that they don't really have a passion for the marketing or the sales. They're just looking for a way to make money online. Now, this group of people, they don't succeed very often. They don't tend to succeed very often. And here's what I think is interesting, and this was the revelation I had. We don't usually market to this group of people here who have a passion. We don't. The people who have a passion and a fire burning in them to learn product creation, or to learn copywriting, or to learn email marketing, they're interested in it. They have a passion for it. We never market to these people. We're always marketing to these people who don't have a passion for it, who just are trying to figure out how to make extra money online. And you see that over and over in our marketing all the time. You know, like, you know, I used to call it the Holy Trinity, you know, the Holy Trinity of product creation. And it went like this, right? Is it cheap? Is it easy? And is it free? And what I mean by that is the product cheap? You know, is my product at a reasonably cheap price? You know, am I offering way more value than what the product is being sold for? Is it easy? Like, are the methods inside that product very, very easy to do? Is it simple? Is it very dumbed down for people? And is it free? And what I meant by free is, are the methods in there free? Or is it going to require people to spend more money after they've already bought the product? Because if it's cheap, if it's easy, and if it's free, then chances are it's going to be a hit. I'm going to make a good money on that product, right? And it's funny because that product really caters to that group of people who are just trying to make money online. They don't care about online business. They don't have a passion for it. They just are trying to make money, right? And it's crazy because the product has been dumbed down to cater to these people, but it's probably not the best version of that product. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably not the best version of that product. Like if I'm trying to teach someone how to create content, right? And I'm catering to these people over here who are they're just trying to make money online. They don't want to learn how to, you know, write a good piece of content. They don't want to waste a bunch of time learning how to edit a YouTube video. They don't want to learn all this crap. Just give me the easy, free way to do it, right? If I'm catering to these people over here, like, then I'm really kind of like neglecting these people over here who do care, right? Because if I'm teaching this group of people over here how to create a piece of content that could possibly go viral, but in my mind, I've got these limits on myself. Like, I got these limits like, okay, I need to teach them how to do this, and it's not going to take them a bunch of time to do it. Or I need to teach them how to do this, but I can't have it be super complicated, right? And I need to teach them how to do this, but it's got to be able to produce results within like a week, right? Or something like that. If I put all these limits on myself as the, you know, how I'm going to make this content for these people over here, like, that's not the best, you know, that's not going to be the best piece of content that would teach you how to produce viral content. That's not going to be the best piece of content that's going to teach you how to build a good YouTube channel, right? It's like, you know, I don't know. It's funny, you know. It's like I heard this story about Lego, and I almost don't want to tell you guys the story because I'm afraid I'm going to get it wrong, but I'll just give it a shot anyway. The point that I'm trying to make is, like, these two groups of people are different, but I believe that, you know, we are doing a disservice by not teaching to this group of people over here who have a passion for it, because they are the ones who are probably going to succeed anyway. I mean, the fact of the matter is, well, let me just put that Lego store on hold for a second. But the fact of the matter is, look, here's what you need to make money online, okay? Now, I have some questions that people sent me, guys, this past week. I got like 8 or 9 questions that people sent me this past week, and I'm going to get into them. But I had this on my mind, and I wanted to tell you guys about this. Okay, so here's the thing. You need 2 things. One of 2 things to succeed online. You either need money or you need time, okay? And that's it, right? You need money or you need time. And the reason why is because if you have money, you can pay someone else to handle it for you, right? You can pay someone else to handle the stuff for you. But if you don't have money, then it requires time. Like you have to learn things and you have to put effort in and do things, right? The fact of the matter is, if you want people to buy things from you, generally, you have to build some kind of an audience, right? You either have to put a bunch of people on an email list who care what you have to say, or you have to build a giant list of push notifications, or you have to, you have to build a giant Facebook group, or you have to build a giant YouTube following, or you have to basically put together a big group of people that actually give a crap what you have to say, right? That's how you generally make sustainable money online, right? Now, I mean, can you buy into a program where somebody else does all the work and you just sit back and collect the passive income? Yeah, I mean, you can do that. But you got to look at what's happening. The science of what's happening is someone else is putting that work in, someone else is putting that effort in, and you're just paying for it. So it brings me back to my point. It takes 1 or 2 things to make money online, either money or time. And usually, let's be honest, usually it takes a little of both, okay? Well, think about that. Time and money. It takes time and money to produce results online. Well, wait a second. You guys just heard me talking about the holy trinity of product creation. Is it easy? Is it cheap? Is it free? Right? Is it easy to do? Is it, is it a cheap product? Is it not going to cost me hardly anything to buy it? And is it free methods? Can I do all the stuff that it's teaching for free? Well, doesn't that holy trinity of product creation and selling, isn't that kind of in direct violation of the 2 things that it takes to make money online sustainably? It's going to take your money or it's going to take your time, right? Probably a little bit of both. I mean, the holy trinity of product creation is in direct violation of what it actually takes to make money online sustainably. It's amazing. It's amazing when I sit here and think about it. And I just kind of had this revelation a couple of days ago when I was walking, trying to get some exercise in, and I was thinking, it's funny that, so many people fail to make money online. We keep on putting out these courses, as marketers that help people succeed, and people keep on failing and people keep on failing. But if I am honest with myself and I look at some of the courses I've created, like, have those courses been influenced by my for people, my desire to make it, just like more push button for people? And the answer is absolutely. Absolutely it has. Absolutely it's been affected. And I think, and that's reflected in almost all marketers. I mean, look on Warrior Plus, look on the products out there for sale, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank. Hey, Ghost Hunter, I see your question and I will answer that for you. So look on all these places and you look at those sales letters and you tell me they're not targeting people who want something super easy, something super simple, and that won't take a lot of time. That's exactly who they're targeting. Not the best way to handle making money online, but that's who everybody's targeting. So anyways, I've been thinking about that, and I really kind of want to start, creating more products for people who have a passion for marketing, have a passion for some of the core skills required to be sustainably, successful online. And I want to produce more content for those people and not worry about if it's too complicated for other people, not worry about if it's too advanced. We got a term for that in marketing. It's called advanced. Oh, those are advanced tactics. You know what advanced tactics are? That's another way of saying this product's not going to sell very well. It's too advanced for people. That's another way of saying, hey, this product's probably not going to sell very well. People are going to look at this and they're going to think it's too complicated and they're going to move on, right? That's like the sales killer, calling something advanced. You want something to be beginner friendly, easy, simple, no additional costs. That's what sells products, but that's not necessarily what produces success. So anyways, just some thoughts I had on it, guys. Let me answer Ghost Hunter's question. Ghost Hunter asked, what's your advice on time management and fighting procrastination? It's really funny you asked this, man, because I was writing a book on time management, about 3 years ago, and then my father passed away, and it drained me, man. And I was never able to come back to that freaking book. I still have it half finished. Yeah, time management is important. Fighting procrastination is important. You want to know my advice on it. I think the biggest thing is finding things you care about. Okay. And you won't hear a lot of people saying that when it comes to time management and fighting procrastination. But look, Ghost Hunter, the bottom line is people procrastinate and people drag their feet when they're not really feeling it, they're not really interested in it. That's when they start dragging their feet and procrastinating. Whenever I have something I don't really enjoy doing, whether it's I need to make a dentist appointment or, sometimes it's writing a sales letter for a product that I don't believe in a whole lot. Like it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'll procrastinate and I'll drag my feet on it. I'll give you an example. Well, it doesn't just have to be products that you don't believe in, right? Like I had a product a few months ago called the B-Sides, right? And it's not that I didn't believe in the product. I thought it was a great product because it was a bundle of products. It was a bundle of products. But the reason I was dragging my feet on it and kind of procrastinating about it was because the way I learned to write sales copy was to really focus on one big idea, and then focus on the benefits and then the features. But there's an overall big idea when you write sales copy. And I had 27 products. So it was really, really hard for me to figure out what the big idea would be. Even though all these products were about marketing and stuff, like it just felt so hard for me to figure out what a big idea was about this thing. So I dragged my feet on it because it was annoying to me and I didn't know what to do about it. And it turned out the big idea was that, hey, this is a whole lot of products, That was the big idea. Ultimate value, a giant package. But the point is I was dragging my feet on it because I had an obstacle in my way. I was confused. But that wasn't the only reason I was dragging my feet, 302 Ghost Hunter. The other reason I was dragging my feet is because I don't like writing sales copy. Even though I know how to write sales copy, I don't like doing sales pages. That's one of the things I hate the most about my job. That is literally one of the things I hate the most about my job. So if you find yourself procrastinating, Ghost Hunter, what I would first do is I would sit down and make a list of the things you're trying to get done. Like whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's start a successful YouTube channel or start a successful publishing company, start an affiliate marketing business, whatever you're trying to do, Ghost Hunter, I would sit down and I would write down the parts that you feel like you need to do to make that happen. Like if you want to start a successful affiliate marketing business, what are like not template out, but like, dissect it, exploding diagram of what it is that has to be done to make this business happen. An affiliate marketing business, it's like, what do you need to do? You need to build a list. You need to put your email marketing, you need to put your email marketing skills together. You need to build an audience. There's a few little things you have to do to build a good affiliate marketing business. You need to put a lead magnet together. You need to kind of like have a strategy for email marketing on it. There's a few things you need to do for that business, right? And then look at each part of that. Look at each part of that thing that you have to do, and ask yourself, is this interesting to me? Like, do I dread trying to do this? There's probably a part in there, right? If you're trying to start your own affiliate marketing business, for example, there's probably a part in there somewhere that does not excite you at all. It's probably that's probably the thing that's making you drag your feet. And that's probably the thing that is, keeping you from being motivated about succeeding. So then what you want to do, man, is you want to try to go educate yourself on that particular thing as much as possible. Like if it's writing sales copy, man, try to go educate yourself on the sales copy thing. Find the most easy, simplest way to move forward on that thing. And I don't mean like, just become some kind of expert and spend like 3 years researching it or something. I mean like, research things from different sources. Read a couple chapters from this book. Read a couple blog posts. Listen to a couple podcasts. Watch a few YouTube videos. Take some notes. Look around until you find something that resonates with you on that topic. Because eventually you're going to find a way to handle that problem that resonates with you, okay? And when you find that, you're going to be excited. You're going to be excited to deal with it now. It's not going to be something that drags you down. When it comes to time management, if it's an issue of time and you just feel like you don't have enough time in the day, I mean, I can tell you time blocking is very helpful. And by time blocking, I mean, setting aside, an hour or 2 hours a day just for this one thing. And let the people in your close circles know, hey, I'm doing this during this time. From 8 to 9 at night, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing this. It don't bother me. I'm working, right? Let everybody in your circle know that from this time to this time, you're doing this and you're working. But I'll tell you something, Ghost Hunter. I can tell you time blocking is effective, but I can also tell you that people find the time to do things they care about. They do. They find the time to do things they actually care about, So all these little tricks like time blocking and, 80-20 and all these little time management tips are great. But the bottom line is, as human beings, we find the time to do things we really care about. So, I mean, I think that the true heart of it is to find a way to care about the thing that you're not excited about, right? Find a way to care about it. And generally that comes from education, different looks on that thing, because you have a perceived idea in your mind of what that thing is. And if you can get some education from various people, you might start to see that thing in a different way. And then you're not going to be worried about it anymore. It's not going to be something, it might turn into something you are excited about. And then all the time blocking and all the other little tricks won't even be necessary. You'll be interested in doing it. Just like those runners, man. People who run all the time, man, they love to run. I know cats who get up and run like 3 miles a day, 4 miles a day, 5 miles a day. You couldn't get them to not do it. They love doing it, man. Every morning, they don't even feel right if they don't start their day doing it, right? But then you got other cats like me who can't even seem to be bothered to walk half the time. So it's like, I mean, it's crazy. You got to find a way to have some passion for it. And I think that's the bottom line when it comes to fighting procrastination and time management. What's the best part of this business to handle personally versus outsource, automate? Anything that has to do with directly tying into the money is better to handle personally, Ghost Hunter. Stuff like your email marketing. Email marketing is one of the, I think personally, email marketing is probably one of the last things you should be outsourcing, because that's a direct connection to your money. Things that directly connect to money is the marketing is basically some of the things that you want to be careful about outsourcing. You know, you don't want to hand it off to someone who sucks at it or who's worse at it than you. Someone who's just going to follow a template. You know, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, man. This whole thing about, you know, trying to dumb things down as simple as possible. When we outsource things, you know, we tend to want to, you know, we hire somebody, we tend to want to give them a template of how to do it, how we want it done, right? And they're just going to follow that template, right? So it's like, it's going to lose a little something. Like, it's never going to be quite as good as if you did it yourself. Now, if you're talking about outsourcing things because you're not good at them, that's a whole different thing. When you outsource things because you're not good at them, it's important that you know what you want. You don't have, like, look, you don't have to be good at sales page design to know what works and what you want. But when you hire someone who is good at sales page design, you need to come into him and know what you want, because a graphic designer is not a marketer, okay? He's good at that. If he was a marketer, he would be making money with marketing, not service work, okay? He's good at graphic design. It's up to you to tell him, you know, what to do, because it's your job to know what makes the money, right? It's your job to know what makes the money. So when it comes to outsourcing things, I would tell you the heart of it is like what makes the money. And you outsource that stuff last, because the people you outsource that to, you have to be able to trust them, right? The email marketing, you know, stuff like that. Things that have a direct connection to your money. That's what I'd say about that, man. Let's see here. I want to answer some of these other questions too. And look, let me just say this, man. And I don't mean to be like, I know that's not like maybe a good answer when I say that, like, find a way to be excited about what you're doing. That's probably not what you want to hear. I know you probably want to hear like some tricks or some tips for time management and fighting procrastination. But I'm telling you, man, I mean, most of that stuff's going to fail eventually if you have no passion for what you're doing, or if you dread doing something. Like, if you dread doing something, like your brain is going to like find a way to drag its feet on it. What do you do if somebody does not follow the license on your PLR? Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you something. I think that there's a few things you can do. You can email them. Pretty much, you can go legal on them and send them like basically the equivalent of a cease and desist. You can go kind of legal on them. By rights, you have the right to do that. You're a copyright holder. I mean, look, when you hold the copyright to a PLR or to anything else, you have the right to send them a cease and desist because they're in violation of a copyright. You have the right to do that. Me personally, on the internet, it is it's a matter of energy. You know what I mean? It's like how much energy do you want to spend on certain things? I guess that's the best way to put that, Ghost Hunter. How much energy do I want to spend on pursuing a copyright infringement case versus how much energy do I want to spend creating new products for my paying customers, the people who actually keep me in business, right? So then I got to ask myself, do I want to spend my time on the people who are pirating my stuff or stealing from me, or do I want to spend my time on the people who are actually paying for my stuff, legitimate customers like yourself? And the answer usually is, Ghost Hunter, I got a small amount of time that I'll spend on pirated stuff or people who aren't following, you know, PLR licenses or whatever. But generally, that's not a large amount of my time. Most of my time I like to spend on the people who are legitimate customers who are buying my things. And I try to focus on building that group of people. That's what I try to spend my time on, man. So I hope that answers your question. I mean, I can tell you something, Ghost Hunter. In the same grain, I do spend a little bit of time on that, and I'll tell you, just last week, man, I found like 9 of my products being given away for free on a black hat website. And I found them because I have analytics hooked up to my website, and I traced some traffic back to this black hat site, and I found a bunch of my stuff being given away for free. Some of it was fairly expensive stuff too. And it's annoying. It is annoying to see, like, when you work really hard on something and you see people stealing it. It's annoying, but I mean, at the same time, you got to ask yourself, like, how am I going to put out all these fires? You know what I mean? I can come over here and I can do a cease and desist over here. It's called like a DCMI notice, I think. I had to look that up again. But I've sent out a few like a couple years ago. I just discovered that this was happening to me a couple years back, and I started sending out these DCMI notices to people. But I'll tell you something, as fast as I could get them taken down, like, other people would spring up. So I did a couple security measures on my website, and a couple little basic security measures. Like, if you notice, like, when people buy my courses, they have to log in now. Like, they have to log in. So that's a little security measure just to kind of cut down on people just stealing stuff for free. Just different little things. You can do little security measures, but look, man, you know what they say, that age-old saying, like, locks only stop honest thieves. Locks only stop an honest thief. I mean, there's always going to be like an element of people who are going to try to abuse your PLR license. There's always going to be an element of people who try to steal your stuff. My stance on it is I will dedicate a small amount of energy to fighting that, but a bigger part of my energy I want to spend on my customers who are not interested in cheating the system. They're not interested in loopholes. They're not interested in stealing. They're just interested in finding their own success, right? And I'll tell you something. I don't see a lot of people in black hat forums or a lot of people who try to find little cheats or little loopholes or just try to, like, disregard PLR licenses. I don't find a lot of people like that. I don't find a lot of people like that who find success, because it's a different mentality, Ghost Hunter. There's a different mentality required. There's a paradigm shift required to succeed online. And that shift, and I mean the way you think, like changing the way you think. You can't be the guy who thinks I want everything for free. You know what I mean? I want more than what I bought. Like, you can't be that guy who's always trying to cheat the system and be the guy who succeeds online. They're incongruent. The people who succeed online, like, they're okay investing money in their business. They're okay, following the rules of a simple PLR license. They're okay with it, There's an investor mindset, that you really do need to move forward and succeed online. So I hope that makes sense. You had a product a while ago. I think it was Talk Show Empire, and you said it seemed like someone had created a product that was very close to yours. How was it similar? How did you handle it? Yeah, you have a good memory, Ghost Hunter. That's exactly right. That did happen. Yeah, it was very close to mine, and it was annoying. It was quite annoying. Yeah, I had a product. And yes, I put it to market, and it wasn't getting that great of affiliate support. So, if I'm gonna be, like, completely honest about that, I was a little. I guess the best way to say is I was a little embarrassed, because when you launch these products, you kind of put it all out there on display. Everybody can see your numbers. Everybody can see how your product's doing. And my product wasn't doing very good. It was kind of flopping a little bit. And it was annoying to me. And I knew like all these tactics, you know, I knew all these tactics that I could use to bring the product back up and salvage it, like crazy bonuses that I could put in there and all these other things I could do to, you know, get people interested in my product. But I was in this mindset at the time of like, man, this is bull crap. This is an amazing product. This is an amazing product, man. And screw you guys if you're not interested in it. And screw you guys if you don't want to support it, because this is an awesome product. I just can't believe you can't see the value in this. Like that was my mindset, man. And I ended up shutting it down after 2 days because I didn't feel like it was getting the support it deserved. So then like, I think like a month and a half later, yeah, someone else came out with a product that was super similar, super similar to it. And it offered PLR rights. And it just had a ton of support. And I don't know if it got deal of the day or not, but it was doing really, really well. And it made me mad. And you asked me how I handled it. I didn't handle it very well. I went into the official Warrior Plus Facebook group and, you know, called them out. And I didn't handle it very well, man. I'll tell you that. If I had it to do over, I'll tell you how I should have handled it and how I would have handled it. How I did handle it wasn't very good. I handled it poorly, and it didn't make me look good. You know what it made me look like, man, was it made me look like I was just, you know, sour grapes. You know, it made me look like the guy who was just mad because my product didn't do that good. That's kind of how it made me look, and that's how my fellow product vendors saw it. You know, I mean, some of them might have said, "Oh, that's bullcrap" to me, like privately, but no one was like supporting me publicly, and it was a bad look. It was just a bad look. The bottom line is you cannot copyright an idea. That's the bottom line, Ghost Hunter. You cannot copyright an idea. That's why we have a NutriBullet blender, but we also have a Nutri-Ninja blender, which is pretty much the same damn thing as the NutriBullet. But you can't copyright an idea. You can't do it. So I can come out with a product called Talk Show Empire that's, you know, focuses on interviews, but someone else is allowed to come out with their own version of that product. They're allowed to say, hey, like, that's a cool product. I want to do my own take on it. And like, they can come out with a product a couple months later that's pretty much the same product, but it's their take on it. They're allowed to do that, man. They're allowed to do that. You cannot copyright an idea. So how I should have handled it was this. The first thing I did wrong, Ghost Hunter, was I got emotionally invested in that product launch. You know, I got too emotionally invested. I fell too in love with the idea of what that product was. So when you launch a product, you need to pull your emotions out of it, because it's not about the product when you launch the product. It's about the launch, right? So 2 days into that launch and I pulled the plug on it, that was stupid. That was a very dumb thing. You know, what I should have done was I should have carried out the launch, put on, you know, tried to sell as many units as possible. Thank you, Ghost Hunter. I appreciate you saying it was a good product. What I should have done was it was a 4-day launch. I should have continued with the 4-day launch. It should have just been business as usual. I should have done everything I could to push as many units as I could on the product. And then I should have just let the pieces fall where they may, you know, but that was something that had to happen, man, for me to become a better marketer. You know, I had to fail. I had to fail to get better. Like, you know, pride and arrogance doesn't really have a place in a product launch. I mean, do a good job on your products and put them out there. But once you launch, like, you got to focus on doing the best job you can on the launch. You can't focus on whether people like your product or not, or whether you feel like you're being slighted. You know, it doesn't matter if you promoted people in the past and you feel like they should come back and promote you now. That doesn't matter. None of that matters. There are no friends in affiliate marketing. So, you know, that was where I messed up, man. And as far as like how I should handle people who copycat me, um, when people copycat you, I mean, it's just part of the business, man. It's part of the business. I mean, you can make a joke about it, maybe publicly. You can kind of make a joke about it, like something like, "Oh, wow, I think I've seen this before," or "I think I like this better when it was called Talk Show Empire," or something like that. You can make a joke about it, but you got to keep it light. You got to keep it light, or else you're just going to look like a, you're just going to look like a, you know, it's just not going to be a good look. So, yeah, it's important, man, to not let your emotions get involved. Just kind of like walk away. If you're mad about something, take a minute, walk away. It sucks that it's like that, man, but it is like that, and you really just got to focus on your customers. I mean, the fact of the matter is, when I released Talk Show Empire, I wasn't focused on my customers. I was focused on my pride. I was focused on, being embarrassed because it wasn't doing as good as I thought it was going to do. I wasn't focused on the 50 or 60 people who actually bought it. I wasn't focused on them. I should have been focused on them. And I should have been focused on, if I wouldn't have been so emotionally invested in it, I could have seen the fact, part of the reason this is failing is because the sales page doesn't address the fact that people are not into doing interviews because they're afraid to do interviews on YouTube. They're afraid to be on camera. That was the reason that product was failing. I didn't handle that on the sales page. I should have handled that on the sales page. And if, so yeah, there you go. It was my mistakes. It was my one mistake after another on that launch. So, but I learned a lot from it, man. So it was good in that way. The only thing I'd say about that, man, is we're going to fail, but dude, learn from your failures. Learn from all your failures. There's takeaways in all those things. What is the best way to CYA legally without being paranoid? What are some legal issues you have dealt with concerning your business, if any? So the best thing you can do, the best thing that I've seen people do to like CYA legally, excuse me. And for those of you watching this on replay and you don't know what Ghost Hunter means, he means cover your ASS. He means cover your butt. The best way, I think, what I've seen people do is they put like a non-disclosure agreement in their product. Like before, so when you buy the product, the first page you hit is this non-disclosure agreement, and they actually have to sign, like digitally sign this non-disclosure agreement before they actually get access to your product. And it basically says, hey, look, you cannot take my information and go post about it on your blog for a blog post or whatever. Or they'll actually put like a non-disclosure agreement on the download page, and it'll say something to the extent of like, by consuming this information, you automatically agree to not, basically by them engaging with the content, they automatically assume the non-disclosure agreement. Like it's right there on the download page. You can do that stuff, man. If it truly is, because the bottom line is copyright law is pretty clear. I mean, you can't copyright an idea. And if someone goes to your download page and they take all the information you provided and then they say, well, I'm going to do my own take on it, right? And they take a bunch of information from what you provided, and then maybe they get a little bit of information from somewhere else and they kind of jam all that stuff together. I mean, it's your word against theirs. I mean, you can't prove that they, copied you or stole from you anyway. I mean, so it's, and also, man, most people are copying most people, man. I mean, you got to learn stuff from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like someone might watch this replay of this call right here and they take something away from it, and then they share it on their blog or they share it on their YouTube channel. And I mean, you got to learn it somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm pretty lenient about stuff like that, man. I really do feel like you only have so much energy, Ghost Hunter. You have so much energy to spend on your online business. And like, you have to decide how you want to spend that energy. Do you want to spend it putting out copyright fires, or do you want to spend it focusing on building the customers who will buy from you? You know, and that's how I feel about it, man. Seriously. I've done it both ways. I can tell you for sure, you're better off spending your time on the people who actually want to buy from you and are just interested in succeeding. And then I would say on top of that, you're better off focusing on building your audience full of people who are like that. You know, just focus on weeding out the people who are not like that. You know, you want people around you who aren't really interested in stealing from you, but they're interested in building their business and succeeding. And as far as like people like actually just copying ideas from my trainings and stuff, I mean, I don't care that much about that because, I mean, think about it, man. If I do a training teaching you how to succeed on Facebook, right? And it's like step-by-step training. And then you go out there and you succeed on Facebook using that training, right? And then you do a case study and you do a product, and it's like a case study product showing people exactly what you did on Facebook. I mean, is that copying? I don't really think that's copying. I mean, you took the information that I gave you, and then you went out there and you took action on it, you did it, and then you made a product about your experiences doing it. So, I mean, everybody's got to learn something from somewhere. So, I don't know. That's how I look at it, man. But let me look at some of these questions real quick. I tell you what, man, good questions too, Ghost Hunter. I love the questions, man. Let me share my screen really quick. I want to show you something. Okay, this is I'm not going to reveal Henry's last name, but Henry is a guy who he's part of the Insiders Club, and he's a guy who asked me a question by email, and this is kind of an interesting case. Usually when I answer these questions that I get by email, I just kind of eliminate all the extra stuff and just give you guys the question, the basic question. I don't go into all the details. In Henry's case, I want to go into some of these details because I think that's part of the problem. So this was a correspondence between me and Henry, and I hope he doesn't mind that I'm sharing this here. I'm sharing it here just because I feel like it's educational and it might help a lot of you guys. Anyways, this is Henry reaching out to me not that long ago. I want you to keep in mind, before this email, me and Henry, he had sent me an email before, and I actually talked to him on, I told him, hey, you know what? You're in the Insiders Club. Let me I'll tell you what, you're having trouble. Let's just get on call. So I got on call with him, and we talked for about an hour, kind of mapping out a strategy that he could do. And so we had one-on-one time together, right? And then I just got this email from him recently, right? And I think he felt really good. Just to talk about that call we had, I think he felt really good about the call, and he felt really good about what he was doing right after that call. But that was like a month ago, right? And I just got this email from him like a couple days ago. And here's the email, right? Am still stuck. Now, guys, if this sounds a little weird, just understand Henry is not from America. So his English, I mean, whatever his native language is, I guarantee you he speaks better English than I would speak of his native language. So, English is not his first language. So he does a pretty damn good job on English, considering that's probably not his first language. But anyways, he says, I'm still stuck, but I got an idea for you, please. Affiliate kindergarten. And Henry's kind of a funny guy. He comes up with these he had this one affiliate dungeon. He's got like a website called Affiliate Dungeon. It's just funny stuff. He's got a good sense of humor. And he says, affiliate kindergarten, teaching newbies how to earn their first buck online. Then the mid-ticket offer, or it's a mid-ticket offer, or about $100, 6 weeks, every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 1 hour, then second hour for questions. It would not be a regular Product and Warrior Plus, but a once in a while offer, maybe quarterly or thrice a year. It's a cool idea, you know. But the point is, here's the main thing, right here. I am still stuck, but I got an idea for you. So like Henry is stuck. And Henry, I know you're probably going to be watching this. Guys, I sent Henry an email today telling him I was going to feature his question on the group coaching call today. So, you know, I'm not talking bad about Henry at all, but I am going to dissect this a little bit in an effort to help Henry and to help you guys. Look at this little email. I mean, this is the important thing right here. Henry's still stuck, but he's got an idea for me, but I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck. I don't need an idea. Henry's the one who needs the idea. He's the one who's still stuck. But it's interesting because it's funny because these 3 words are why Henry reached out to me. He's still stuck. But the rest of this email is focusing on this idea he has that I can do. And you got to wonder, why does someone with such cool ideas and stuff, like why do they have these good ideas, but they're still stuck? I mean, you got to keep in mind, I talked to Henry one-on-one for about an hour on a call. But he's still stuck. And but he's got these cool ideas. And you got to wonder. And you got to wonder at some point, you got to think like, well, is it because it's easy to have ideas when it's not your problem? Whenever you're coming up with ideas for other people, I mean, it's almost like the age-old thing, like everybody's a pro and it's not their problem. Like people always have advice for other people, but they have trouble handling their own problems, right? Now, I know that like, now I did not take this idea like Henry was trying to tell me what to do. I actually think it's a cool idea, and I think it's a really neat idea, and I think Henry comes up with neat ideas. But you notice like when you're giving other people advice, like there's no pressure. There's no pressure. You can just, your mind can think freely. Imagine how easy it is to come up with solutions. Just think for a minute. I know you guys have all been in this place where you're trying to help someone else out and you're giving them advice. Just think about how easy the advice comes that you give to other people when it's not your problem, when you have no skin in the game. Like the ideas flow effortlessly. The ideas just flow so easily when you're not the one involved in it. You're just kind of giving off ideas for other people. And you got to wonder a little bit if some of the stagnation and some of the, being stuck, if some of that is from, feeling pressure, I don't know. It's interesting. I write back to Henry and I say, I focus on this because although I think that Henry's got great ideas and I think this was a great idea, the reason Henry's emailing me is because of this. He needs help with this. So I want to focus on that because I didn't, spend an hour talking to him on a call because I wanted him to not succeed. I wanted to help him succeed. I mean, yes, I could implement Henry's idea to a T here. And yes, I could probably make a few $1,000s on this idea, but that's not going to help Henry. All right. Henry really needs to save the affiliate kindergarten for himself. He really needs to work on building his own thing up. That's what he needs to do. Anyways, so I tell him, can you tell me your specific problem so I can help you move forward? Right. And he says to me, I have not seen a single dollar online yet. I tried launch jacking, but affiliates don't approve. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. Henry, if you're watching this, I wasn't quite sure what you meant about this because launch jacking is an affiliate marketing tactic. That's like when people are launching a product, you'll do like a review video on that product. And because your review video will be called something like, Talk Show Empire review with bonuses, people are going to be searching for, is that product a good product or not? And you're going to get that traffic from those people. That's what they call launch jacking. And so I didn't quite understand what you meant by that. I do not have traffic following to my offers or websites. I do not have traffic following to my offers or websites. No initial. I think Henry's basically saying here he doesn't have traffic to his offers or website. He's not getting any traffic basically to his offers or website. No initial results yet. Warrior Plus does automatic approvals after 25 sales, but the first sale is hard. I tried to register to ClickBank. The banking issues came up. I even did traffic exchange with ad hits, traffic for me, no results. Only hop show on my Warrior Plus offers. I even thought of doing a video. How I made $0 in 16 months with Make Money Online and affiliate marketing. Henry, if you're watching this, man, I'm going to give you a plan right now to start making money with affiliate marketing, okay? But here's the thing, man. Like me and you talked a month ago, one-on-one, you know, and it was a month. It was 1 month. Like, I know it's hard, but a month it's not a long time, man. It takes time to get people to start caring what you have to say. It takes time to build a following, you know, and it's important that you stick with it and you stay consistent. You know, I know that like you see sales pages out there, everything seems larger than life, you know, how to make $300 in 20 minutes, how to do this, how to do that really fast. But it comes back, and that's kind of the reason why I started this call the way I did. It really comes back to the holy trinity of product creation and product launching. Is it cheap? Is it easy? Is it free? And how that's in direct violation of what it really takes to make money online. And what it takes is it either takes money or it takes time. Because the fact of the matter is you need to put some work in. You know, if you have to build an audience to buy things, to be sustainable, think about what online business out there does not have some kind of an audience surrounding it that it taps into. Amazon has an audience, right? It taps into them. You know, Walmart, freaking Walmart, you know, I can't think of a business out there that doesn't have an audience it taps into. Like, and it's built that audience through branding. It's built that audience through building an email list. It's built that audience in a lot of ways, man, but they've built an audience for themselves. They've built a following. Freaking Wendy's, man, that fast food restaurant, you know, Wendy's, McDonald's, man. McDonald's has built a massive audience, right? And they've done it through branding and paid advertising, but they've built the audience. So me and you talked a month ago, one-on-one, and it's like a month isn't long enough to build an audience. You know, a month isn't long enough to do a lot. You know, you can do some things in a month. And the fact that you haven't made any money in this last month tells me, you know, a couple things. Number one, it tells me you probably haven't been being very consistent. That's one thing it tells me. You probably haven't been very consistent in your publishing, and in your energy hasn't been consistent on the one goal. That's one thing it tells me. And number two, it tells me it is possible that you're doing something that you might not really enjoy that much, because if you enjoyed it, you would spend more time on it. Those are the two things I'm feeling. But let me do something. I want to map something out for you that will help you. Okay. I'm going to come over to MindMap. This is my handy dandy MindMap tool. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I really enjoy this tool. I use it all the freaking time. But we're gonna do one for Henry now, man. I want to give Henry a plan. to get him making some money in the next 30 days. Henry, you haven't made any money this last 30 days, man. But what I want to see, this is March 9th right now. So let's see if by April 9th you can start making some money. Okay. So, all right, this is the plan for Henry. All right, let's do this one for Henry, guys. So, Henry, here's what I want you to do, man. We're gonna focus on. Let's focus on make money online and Warrior Plus. Okay, let's just have a focus on that. That's the first thing. So what I want you to do, man, is I want you to start a new Facebook profile. Okay. One. Now, if you already have a Facebook profile that you don't mind doing advertising on, you don't mind advertising in the banner, you don't mind always just talking about marketing and stuff all the time, just use the profile you got. But if you got a profile with like personal friends on it and stuff, and you don't want them to see all this marketing stuff all the time, I suggest start a new Facebook profile. Facebook doesn't necessarily like that. They want you to just have the one profile. But I mean, it is what it is. The other way you can do it to where Facebook does like it is you can just segment the friends list. You know, all the friends that you add for marketing, you can segment that list if you want to. Personally, I think you just start a new Facebook profile. People do it all the time. It's not a big deal. Anyway, start a new Facebook profile. Don't give it some weird, name. Try to keep the name variation close to your name or whatever. But anyways, whatever. I'm not going to get into that specifically, but start a new Facebook profile. Put your picture on there. If you don't feel comfortable putting your picture on there, put a little cartoon picture on there of you or whatever. That could work too. But start a new Facebook profile. Next, I want you to excuse me. I want you to get your lead magnet set up. Okay, get your lead magnet set up. Now, I know we spoke last time. You pretty much already have a lead magnet set up. So, go use that. That one's fine. Get your lead magnet set up. 3, use Facebook profile banner space to advertise your lead magnet. You guys ever like spell something and you're looking at it and it just looks wrong? Like, is that wrong? Did I spell that right? Anyways, yeah. So use the Facebook banner space, that banner up there. Use that to advertise your lead magnet. And I mean that by just, use Canva. Use Canva.com to create, right? Canva is a simple free art program. Put your little Facebook banner together for your Facebook profile and use Canva to create it and basically just advertise your free thing. Let them know where they can go to get it. Boom, advertise it, right? So set that up, okay? Now what I want you to do, I've talked about this a million times, so we're going to talk about it again. I want you to join 5 Facebook groups in the Make Money Online niche. Okay, join 5 of them. All right, now look, man, these groups need to be a certain kind of way. Okay, at least 1,000 members and active engagement. Right, people need to be hanging out in there and talking. Right, at least 1,000 members in these groups and people hanging out in there and talking. Okay. Next, commit 5 minutes a day to each group. Just be a part. Be a part of the scene, okay? Be a part of the scene, all right? And what do I mean by that? I mean, every single day, go to those Facebook groups one at a time and just look what other people are writing, all right? Like some of their posts, comment on their posts, engage with people, and friend request the people you engage with and have positive engagement with, right? Now, don't friend request more than 10 people a day. No more than 10 people a day, okay? Be a part of the scene, right? Like posts, comment on posts, engage. Ask questions, engage, right? And 6 is what we call the friendship spike, right? Six is the friendship spike. And this friendship spike is exactly what I just said, okay? Friend request all who you have positively engaged with, right? More than 10 a day. That's 10 total, not 10 per Facebook group. That's 10 people a day, period, okay? You don't want Facebook to think you're just being spammy with the friend requests. No more than 10 a day. Okay, now listen, guys, what you got to understand is this is going to build a lot faster than you think, because what's going to happen is it's going to start to snowball. The people you're friending, their friends are going to see who they just friended, and then they're going to start friend requesting you. So it's all going to snowball, and it's going to start building up. At first, it's going to be a little slow, but pretty soon you're going to start building a very, very targeted group of friends who all care about make money online, all right? But every single day you do this, 5 minutes in each group, 5 minutes in each day, right? Now, next thing you want to do, 7, once a week, post a pure value share post in all those groups. All right, once a week. I mean, I'm wording that wrong. Create a post that gives value back into the marketplace. No links to anything, guys. No links. Builds rapport and provides actionable content, right? Actionable content. It builds rapport and provides actionable content. So this piece of content, it's going to have a little bit of a story in it, and it's going to have something of value that they can take away and use, right? Look, length does not matter. I don't care if it's one paragraph. I don't care if it's a freaking book. I don't care. But I don't want it to be like a PDF file. I want it to be a text post. Text post, right? No pictures, no videos, no links out to anything. Text post that actually tells them something about you and your journey, but also provides value, right? Length doesn't matter. Impact matters, right? It needs to be impactful, right? Let's do that once a week, okay? Now, once a week, okay, you're also going to share this post in all groups and on your profile, right? Share this post in all groups and on your profile, okay? The other thing we're going to do is this, okay? 8. Once a day, do a simple live stream on your Facebook profile, right? Now, what's going to happen is make this niche related. It can be, okay, it can be as simple as featured content that you want to share with people, right? So like once a day, do this on your profile. Now what's going to happen is as you build more friends from those groups, more and more people are going to see your live stream. Okay. More and more people are going to start to see your live stream. Okay. Now you might think, oh my God, I don't have 5 or 10 minutes a day. Listen, I'm asking you to dedicate 5 minutes a day to each one of those groups. That's 25 minutes, 25 minutes a day. I'm asking you to dedicate another 5 to 10 minutes for a live stream. Okay. Now that's 35 minutes a day dedicated to your audience building, right? Now, what's going to happen is the more people that hit your friends list, the more people that are going to see your live streams. Okay. Now you might think I can't do content every day on a live stream. Look, man, all you got to do is discuss like a question you see people asking on Facebook, or you see a topic you see people talking about on Facebook, or if you see a cool website that you want to share, or if you see a cool video on YouTube you want to share. All you do is talk about it. You see a cool video on YouTube? Say, hey guys, I want to talk about this video I saw on YouTube today. Basically, here's what he was talking about. And you basically give them the information that you got from the video. You give them your take on the video. And then what you do is in the comments, you just leave them a link to the video if they want to watch it, right? And all you're doing is you're injecting a little bit of value back into the marketplace every day. But also what you're doing is you're building a rapport with your market. You're building a rapport with all these people who care about the same thing you care about. And you're getting your face out there and you're getting your name out there, right? And you're pulling people around you, okay? And that is what that is going to do. Now, the other thing what you're going to do is you're going to start doing some affiliate marketing every week, okay? Now, once or twice a week, what you want to do is post this on your profile, okay? So this is number 9, okay? Once or twice a week, do conversational marketing on profile. You know, like, and at first I would limit it to like maybe once a week. As you grow more, you can go, you know, a couple times a week, whatever. The bigger you get, the more you can do it. Hold on, let me. At first, I wouldn't do it more than once or twice a week, but basically, once or twice a week, conversational marketing. So how do you do conversational marketing? Have you ever seen, like, so check this out. So like, let's say I go over to Warrior Plus. All right, now let me log in real quick, guys. Now keep in mind, you know, you really want to be focused on building it, all right? And I haven't really addressed the list building thing yet. I haven't really addressed that yet. But I'm trying to teach Henry how to make money within the month, right? So you can make money without having a list. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. But this is conversational marketing, right? And this is the way we do it. Let me get this logged in. So this is Brendan Mace's Profit Maximizers. So let's just use this for an example. So through it, understand what the product is, right? But this is the way you do the conversational marketing, right? Look at the sales page and look at the headline in the sales page. What, right? So do you have the real secret to making money in 2019? And what you're looking for is you're looking for a catchphrase that you can really use on Facebook, right? We did 2 test promotions with and without using bonuses. Smart marketers love using bonuses. So like, so basically the way this would generally work, this is not really that great of a headline to me, but you know, it's the #1 product in Warrior Plus right now. So, you know, the way the conversational marketing, just for an example, I don't really like this one that much, but the way this would work is this, right? You go to your Facebook profile and you kind of borrow from the headline a little bit, and you wouldn't put this. You'd say something like, "This is the craziest working method I have ever seen. Are you interested in learning the real secret to making money in 2019? Say yes in the comments, and I'll get you info." Right? So you'll do a post like this, right? This is the craziest working method I've ever seen. Are you interested in learning the real secret to making money in 2019? Say yes in the comments and I'll give you info. Something like that. This is the way it would look, right? And you post that on Facebook to your profile. And then when people say yes, what you do is you reach out to them privately and drop them the link, drop them your affiliate link to the sales page, right? And that's how you drive targeted traffic to the sales page, right? Now, Henry, if you do this, but limit it, man. Don't do this every day when you're first getting started, okay? Do this like maybe once or twice a week, right? You'll start to see some results. But if you don't do this other stuff first, you're not going to see any results, okay? You got to do this stuff, all right? And you got to be consistent with it. Now, the other thing I would say is this: 10 conversational marketing to build your list, right? The other thing I would say, Henry, is this, man. You want to do the same kind of tactic as up here, this conversational marketing, except you want to do it for your lead magnet. Imagine your lead magnet is the product. Now you're going to do conversational marketing to get people on your list, right? And that's pretty easy because it doesn't even cost any money. It's free. So this right here is a simple 10-step plan, Henry, that will start to build your business and will start making you money within 30 days. Okay? So that's a simple little plan that'll absolutely work for you, man. But it's up to you to do it. It's up to you to execute it, you know. And you hear people saying that all the time, and it sounds kind of cliche, but it's the truth, man. I mean, you got to execute it. You got to execute it, you know, and you got to be consistent with it. And you got to just keep after it, man, every single day. That plan requires you to do something every single day, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, man. 35 minutes a day, that plan is requiring of you. Every single week, that plan is requiring 35 minutes a day. And then, you know, once a week, it requires you to create some kind of content and inject value back into the marketplace. So, you know, I mean, it's a simple plan. But it will build your business. And I guarantee you, if you follow that plan, you will make money within 30 days, right? But the question is, how much passion do you have for this? How much passion do you have for internet marketing? How much passion do you have for making money online? How bad do you want it? Because if you have a passion for it and you want it, then, like in my experience, people seem to succeed. But if you have to drag your feet on it and you have to force yourself to do it, all the time, and it's just a big giant chore, then you're probably not going to be able to sustain it. You're probably not going to be able to sustain it. I can tell you, the more people you put on your list, the more money you're going to make. Bottom line. But you keep up with those Facebook groups, and you keep up with those live streams, and you will build an audience, and you can do whatever you want with that audience. You can send them wherever you want. As long as you inject value into the marketplace and you keep your rapport building going and you stay top of mind, you can do really, really well. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then I'm going to get off here. Kind of spent a long time on that one. I did a Facebook post. I want to share this with you guys. Too. I did a Facebook post. Okay, guys, I did this Facebook post not long ago, and I put, who cares about status? Is it all a bunch of wannabe gurus and egomaniacs? Well, I'll tell you, get into this business and you probably think, well, I don't care about status and authority. I don't want to be a guru. I just want to help people and provide value. But what you might not realize, and what I didn't realize when I first got started, was you might not care about status and authority, but your customers do. When they go reach into their wallets and make buying decisions, your status and authority will 100% affect that. So it's something to keep in mind. Now, I had a customer who said, I have never tried to position myself as a guru. I guess that's why my sales suck big time. And then he laughed. He had a little emoji laugh. And I wanted to talk about it here because that wasn't the takeaway that I wanted people to get from that. You don't need to put, here's the thing, you don't need to position yourself as a guru. That's not something that you need to position yourself as, but you do need to build authority and status. And the good news is you don't need to go out and try to build authority and status. You just need to do things that build authority and status. Authority and status is a side effect of doing the things that you're supposed to do. Like what we were talking to Henry about, if Henry does those live streams every single day, and Henry posts in those, and Henry is doing Facebook groups every single day, and he's being a part of those scenes every single day, then, and Henry's injecting value into the marketplace once a week, like authority and status is just going to gravitate towards Henry, right? Because he's top of mind. He's in the conversation every day. He's there. So the authority is just going to gravitate towards him. It's going to be a side effect of what he's doing to build his business. So you don't have to position yourself as a guru. You don't have to pretend to be anything you're not. That's not what it's about. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about doing the things that you need to do to make your business grow. Just being a part of the conversation every day and doing simple live streams. I mean, think about this. I can do a 5-minute live stream every single day and just share a cool video that I saw that day and give my opinion on it, right? Now, that's not me positioning myself as a guru. That's just me injecting value into the marketplace. But because I'm injecting value into the marketplace and because I'm showing my face on screen, there is a little bit of celebrity that goes along with that. Whenever people see your face on screen like that, whenever you show up on camera, you know, there's a little bit of celebrity that's associated with that. And also, just whenever you show up consistently, whenever you just publish consistently, you know, that's a lot. You know, that means a lot, man. People are more interested in following people and listening to people who are there all the time. You know, that they want to hear what you have to say just because you're consistently there all the time. You know, there's a rule in the stock market. You know, it's called the Lindy effect. Well, it's not really a rule, but it's called the Lindy effect. And basically what the Lindy effect says is that however long something has been around and however healthy it is, like the chances are it's going to be around that long again. Like you can double that basically. Like if a business has been around for 10 years and it's healthy, then chances are it's probably going to be around for another 10 years, right? At least. It's been around for 11 years. Chances are it's probably going to be around for another 11 years, right? So it's kind of the exact opposite. It's basically the exact opposite as with like actual living creatures, but it works on intangible objects. Like with living creatures, like the longer we're around, like the more of the chances that we're not going to be around. You know, I mean, the older we get, the closer we are to mortality. But with intangible objects, like things that have value, like companies and businesses and stocks, the longer they're around, the better the chances are they're going to continue to be around, right? So it's the same thing with your business. You know, when you're injecting content into the marketplace, the longer you're around and the more consistent you publish, like the longer people are just gonna feel like you're more of a staple. You're more of a staple in the market, and they're gonna trust you more, and they're gonna be more willing to talk to you, and they're gonna be more willing to work with you and all kinds of things. Just because you've been around for so long and you continue to do it, you're battle tested, right? That's the Lindy effect. You guys can look that up. But anyways, yeah, that was the whole point. I didn't want people to get the wrong idea. I'm not saying position yourself as a guru. I'm saying do the things that you need to do to position your business in a good spot, and understand that, you know, there are certain things you do that will produce authority. Like when you rank on an affiliate leaderboard, you are producing authority for yourself, okay? When you launch a product, you're producing authority for yourself. Whether that product flops or not, if you launched it, you are producing authority for yourself because you're doing something that a lot of people have trouble doing, right? So these are things that really do kind of boost your status and boost your authority, and people feel more comfortable buying from people who they feel like they know, who are staples. So that's basically what I was saying about that. What else? I got some. I'm gonna skip some of these just because we're running long. But one thing I did want to talk about, I'll get to some of these questions next week, or next month when we do. But one thing I did want to talk about, guys, I think that you guys should all look into this Quora Partners program. This looks really cool, man. Quora, the question answer website, it's called Quora. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This site right here. This site has a partners program now where they'll pay you. They'll pay you, man. Kind of like YouTube, the YouTube Partners program. But right now it's invite only. It's invite only, so you can't just sign up for the Partners program. It is invite only, but here's the thing. I believe, and I just started looking into this a couple days ago, but I believe the way you get invited is by asking questions on Quora. I mean, you can answer questions too, but asking questions that other people seem to have a knack for, other people seem to be interested in answering, I think that's what kind of gets you invited to the Partners program. And people are making pretty good money in the Partners program. If we look at because if we look at their blog, QuoraPartners.Quora.com, they got this little blog. And nobody exactly knows how to get invited. But what I noticed, the people who are getting invited are the people who are asking questions, right? And look at this. There's an update on the Partners program. It's been almost a year since we began the partner program. We've taken the time to reflect on this success of this program to date. Now, this was written at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Ultimately, the goal of the program is to contribute to Quora's mission to grow and share the world's knowledge. So we're making changes that reward. We're making changes that reward questions that more directly meet people's real demand for knowledge. Starting today, how questions are compensated will be changed significantly. Specifically, we're putting more value on when people visit a question page directly, like that's from an external source. This aligns with people seeking knowledge, whether they have a Quora account yet or not. we're putting significantly less value on engagement driven by people reading answers to questions in their feed and Quora Digest. These kind of questions are often only momentarily popular and interesting, rather than questions that many people are actually seeking to answer. So importantly, your overall earning potential is not changing. Of course, this change may mean that kinds of questions that were successful in the past won't be as successful today, which may affect your earnings. However, the overall potential to earn money isn't decreasing. If anything, it may increase, as compensation for direct engagement with questions is less competitive than compensation for engagement and feed. What they're basically saying is, we're going to pay more money out to questions that are getting attention from external sources, right? They're trying to build their site. They're trying to grow it. But what's interesting, guys, is Quora doesn't compensate people for answering questions. Quora compensates people for asking questions, right? Quora is a question asking game, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. So, see, this was very recent because, okay, this was February 28th when it was posted. Just February 28th. She just posted this February 28th, guys. That was only like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay. Quora partner program in 2018. This was the end. Top earner partner has earned $26,000 and ask over 8,000 questions, averaging about 45 questions per day. Top 10 earning partners earn an average of 9,000, asking 11,000 questions each. That was over the year. So the top 10 earners earned about $9,000 for the year, which isn't a ton of money, but it's still kind of neat just to get paid just for asking questions. I mean, damn, anybody can do that, you know? So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on it, because I think it might be worth your time to kind of explore Quora and maybe get in this thing on the ground floor. This is a fairly new program. It hasn't been out very long. It's been out for probably maybe a year. And I don't think anyone has really been talking about the Quora partnership program. So I definitely think it's worth your time if you're trying to make money online and you haven't really had a lot of success with anything, and you want to try something that's not going to take a lot of brain power or whatever. You might explore this Quora thing. I mean, I'm exploring it, and I just think it's interesting. Anything that will give people an avenue to produce revenue online, I'm interested in. So, but I thought it was interesting. I wanted to share that with you guys. So. Anyways, guys, I think that's about it. I think that's about it for me. I wanted to give you guys a chance to ask me if you have any questions for me. Now's the time. If you got any questions for me before I get off of here, I'll give you a few minutes to ask those, and I'm going to get on out of here, man. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will see you at the beginning of April. Peace, everybody.